What's up, Steeler Nation? It's a beautiful day when we get to wake up 5-2. Today is my Week 7 review of Sunday night primetime football against the New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers, and their newly acquired Davante Adams, who was a trade target for the Pittsburgh Steelers because we are very famished for a wide receiver to help take off some of that heat that George Pickens has been getting week in and week out. But let's go ahead and break down this game. If you were one of the lucky fans to watch the game like I was, you know that first quarter and a half, Russell Wilson looked like hot doo-doo garbage. Booty meat casserole is what we like to say. And it was after he threw that first moon shot, what Chris Collinsworth calls it, God, I hate him, to George Pickens that we really seen something. I was like, hold up, wait a minute, we might got something. And it was like a flip switch on, and we were getting, I wouldn't say prime Russell Wilson back, but we were getting a very, very good version of Russell Wilson. He was making a lot of bad throws up until this point, throwing behind receivers like Calvin Austin on that one RPO play. Speaking of Calvin Austin, he has to catch the ball. We missed out on a really good opportunity for a first down and that drop pass that he had early in the first quarter. The Jets came out firing. They scored early. They scored quick. There's nothing we could really do about that. You know, this is a team that has Aaron Rodgers at the helm. As much as I dislike him and others dislike him, it's still Aaron Rodgers, and he has garnished the respect of the watchers and his peers. They also just brought in Davante Adams via trade from the from the Las Vegas Raiders. They also have Garrett Wilson, Allen Lazard, Breece Hall. That defense is stacked with guys like Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner. So my wife asked me who was going to win this game. I was like, there's a high chance that the Jets win. She said, where's their record? I told them they were 2-4. She's like, but you guys have the better record. You guys are 4-2. I was like, if you've been watching football as long as I have, you know that records don't really show anything. Any game it's literally any given Sunday, like the movie. We could fall into a trap game. And early it looked like that. They were marching up the field, were pretty much at ease. Breece Hall had that big run after catch on that one little dump pass, and it's like we couldn't tackle, and it was looking very, very bad. And I was on the Facebook page, and with everybody else talking about put Justin Fields in, put Fields in. Rust is rusty, and we need to just go and get Fields out because he is going to be able to get us to the promised land via winning this game. But that didn't last long because we did get a huge interception from Benny Bishop. Shout out to Benny Bishop. He deserves the game ball. Dude balled his mind out to be an undrafted rookie. He had 2 interceptions in this game. One almost for a pick six, but Davante Adams saved that on a diving tackle. But I'm getting a little bit too far ahead of myself. At that point, I'm pretty sure we were getting ready to go into halftime, and that's when we got the interception. Kind of gave us a little bit of a momentum swing. Ended the first quarter 7-3. And then it was 15-13 going into halftime because Russell Wilson he opened up the bag of tricks, and we ended up getting the lead late into the putting points up on the board going into the half as we would want to. And it was like that second half, we just cut the water off on the New York Jets. They really couldn't do anything. It was a game of halves. And this whole year, we've really been a team of halves. We really play better in the second half than we do the first half. And the surefire thing behind it is, I think Russell Wilson might have earned his right to stay the starter after this game because he was doing a lot of things that Justin Fields can't do, and that's throwing the deep ball with precision to a T, not necessarily to a T, but to a point where we could feel satisfied because George Pickens was getting all the targets that we know he deserves with him being one of the best 50-50 guys that are in the NFL. And it showed it with him making some spectacular catches, talking about the one-handed catch, the triple bobble catch on the sideline. He almost caught the one in the end zone against Sauce Gardner. Like, he has the tools to be successful. He just needed the weapon to get him the ball, and Russell Wilson is the one that could get him the ball and the 50-50 go balls, jump balls that he is successful in. If we look at the stats, The final score for the game was 15-37. Russell Wilson went 16 for 29, 264, 2 TDs. Najee Harris went 21 for 102, 1 TD. He really turned up more in the later half of the third quarter, going to the fourth quarter and finishing out the fourth quarter with a touchdown. George Pickens finished 5 receptions for 111 yards, 1 touchdown. On the other side of the Jets, Aaron Rodgers had 24 for 39, 276, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Breece Hall, 12 for 38. That was it. 1 touchdown. Isaiah Davis, 1 for 12. Braylon Allen, 2 for 4. Breece Hall, on receiving, had 6 for 103, 17 average. Garrett Wilson, 5 for 61. Alan Lazard, 4 for 58. Devontae Adams, 3 for 30. Mike Williams, 1 for 15. That one reception that Mike Williams had was a really timely first third down conversion. And then I don't think he went back in the game after that. I'm pretty sure they pulled him because if he was watching the game, he looked over to the sideline and then he put his head down. I guess that was them cueing him to come back to the sideline. Braylon Allen, 1 for 2. Tyler Conklin, 4 for 7, 1 touchdown. On the defense, they had 1 sack from Will McDonald, the 4th. And then that was it. Kick returns, Isaiah Davis, 3 for 69. He was having some real their punt returning team was really struggling. Xavier Gibson, kicking Greg Zerlin, 0 for 1. We blocked 2. We only got credited for 1 because the other one they called, they said Minkah Fitzpatrick touched them, used leverage to get to the ball, which I call absolute horseshit. And you saw the special teams coordinator going absolutely ballistics on the sideline. On our side of the ball, we already talked about Russell Wilson. Najee 21 for 102. Jaylen Warren 12 for 44. Russell Wilson 3 for 3. 1 touchdown. George Pickens 5 for 11, 22 on average. Pat Freiermuth 2 for 51, 25.5 on average. Darnell, who I love seeing part of this offense, 4 for 36. Calvin Austin 1 for 36. He could have had more if he didn't drop that first one. Von Jefferson 2 for 15 for a touchdown. Jaylen Warren 2 for 15. Najee didn't get any receptions. And on defense, Benny Bishop had 2 interceptions. Larry Ogunjobi had 1 sack, which he cost us a huge penalty for the throwing down. But, you'll take what you can get. Calvin Austin, 2 punt returns for 9 yards. Chris Boswell 3 for 3. His longest was 46. Corliss Wakeman, who has been a super underrated pickup, 4 for 184, 3 inside the 20. He has been absolutely spectacular. Yeah, this team, man, they seem to continue to amaze me on what they can do week in and week out, and I really like seeing Russell Wilson showing a different side of this offense. Like, even the offensive line wasn't amazing. They weren't perfect, but they did what they needed to do to be successful with a bunch of second, third, and fourth string guys out there protecting our QB1. Outside of that, like, Najee Harris played well. He had that run-in touchdown at the end where he was doing his little celebration, and if you saw his post-game press conference, he said, "Oh shit, what's up, my nigga?" to one of the guys, and he immediately looked around like, "Oh dang, did I say that? Did I really just say that?" It's great. I know TJ Watt didn't really have a sack, but he did have a knockdown pass, and with him being as great as he is with the TJ Watt shirt on, him taking as much of the offensive line that he does allows other guys like Alex Highsmith, Larry Ogunjobi, Deshaun Elliott, Patrick Queen, all those other guys to make their forces felt. I'll take this win as an absolute huge W. It's a good win going into this next game against the New York Giants. We're going to go into New York and clean house. Hopefully, this could be a trap game, but, the Giants have not been good this entire year, so we shouldn't be one of the teams to lose to them. But, we have a really bad tendency of being one of those teams. This is my second channel, All Things Gambino. It will be the name. Right now it's Gaming with Gambino, but it will be called All Things Gambino. You will get videos Tuesdays and Thursdays. It'll be all kinds of gaming videos, sports news, basketball, football, hockey, baseball, all things of that nature, music reviews. And then the other main channel will be just for wrestling content. But that is my review of this Week 7 game. Huge W for the Pittsburgh Steelers to get this terrible towel waving. Get it. Oh, shoot. Let's wave this terrible towel. You love to see it. If you like the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in for more. Go follow all the social medias, Reddit, Discord, TikTok, both channels. And until next time, here we go, Steelers. Here we go. 72. Not 72, 5-2. Road to 6-2. Peace.